Yo, what's up, guys? So I hear a lot of people keep asking me what is the best unit for story mode as well as raid mode in World 2. So today, let's do the story mode / raid mode tier list and all-star tower defense. Before we hop into it, though, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button and use star code BLAM whenever buying Robux or Premium. It's free and it really helps out the channel. Let's hop in the tier list. All right, remember, this is only for story mode. So infinite mode units, for example, Broly will not be ranked very high. That doesn't mean they're a bad unit. They're just bad for story and raid mode. All right, let's start off with Blackbeard. All right, Blackbeard is a must-have. He's pretty much required for every single raid, and if you have him, your life will be so much easier. Kaido does not do enough damage to be worth your while. Rengoku, again, he is good, decent for infinite mode. I do believe he still is the highest damage burn unit in the game, but for raid mode, kind of sucks. Golden Frieza, we might move him down to B tier, but he honestly, guys, is a pretty decent unit. Yeah, some of his upgrades are really, really good, and he's not even that expensive for his damage. Not a great starter unit. He's kind of more mid-late. Also, he does have that lightning enchant, which helps out for a lot of things. Kirito, I don't really recommend Kirito. His damage just isn't high enough. Ichigo, he's meta for like a couple of the raids. Not that great for story mode, though. He's more of like a, I think was the Doflamingo raid is the only raid I recommend him for, or maybe, yeah, that's pretty much it. Jotaro, I'm gonna give him a solid A tier. I don't think he's helpful for story mode if you're struggling, but he's definitely not required for most of the raids, but it definitely does help. So I definitely gonna put Jotaro pretty high up there. Minato, he's okay in like the mid game of raids or maybe mid to late game, but he really sucks at the start. Luffy is a pretty good unit. My one problem with Luffy is they made him really expensive. He costs like $60,000 now, which isn't the greatest thing for raid mode when money is a pretty big issue. Giorno, I'm gonna give Giorno B tier. He's good if you can afford him for raids, but I don't really recommend. There's not enough like slots on your roster to use him in story. Goku, he's more of an infinite mode unit. The Path, oh man, he's definitely one of the better damage units. He even has the grass passive, which helps out on some raids, I guess, maybe, or definitely helps out in a lot of story modes. Highly recommended you pick this bad boy up. Very, very, very good unit. They did give Whitebeard a nice buff, so we're gonna put him in B tier. Rukia is nice if you're gonna go the freezing route instead, so I'll give her B tier. Gilgamesh, he costs $10 million. He's unaffordable. Kakashi, we'll give him some credit, but don't recommend. Don't recommend him. Nope. Some people use Naruto, but honestly, I don't recommend Naruto. I know some people use him, like, but please. Token, same thing. Sukuna, though, oh my gosh, this guy is straight broken for story mode. Oh my goodness, dude, I'm pretty sure you can solo all of World 1 story, not counting those air units. Pass, not unaffordable. Itachi is really nice as well. He's kind of underrated for story mode. Very, very good. Oh, I did, yes. Sasuke, not really affordable for that. Gojo, certain raids he's really good for, so we'll give him some credit. He is really expensive though, so I recommend him more for raids instead of like story mode. Yeah, a lot of these units aren't the greatest. God. Jeez. Oh, this guy has a really nice freeze AoE, so I'll give him some credit. Oh my goodness. A lot of these guys, though, not very good for story mode. Oh my goodness. All right. Of course, guys, we got Speedwagon, the best money unit pretty much in the game. Elite Warrior, he's underrated. He has some decent damage. Levi, again, decent damage, just not quite. Definitely not F tier, but definitely not S tier. Enel, he's technically only slightly worse than Golden Frieza, but since he's so much harder to get, I don't really recommend picking him up. This guy is all right. I don't recommend him though. Tengen is really good for certain raids. We're gonna give Tengen B tier. Planner, solid C tier. Not the greatest, not the worst. Uryu basically solos World 1 story. I'm gonna give him high B tier. Actually, I'm gonna give him low A tier. If you're a new player, get him and you'll literally beat like every new story. So he's definitely the unit I recommend for a new World 1 story. because he also hits airs, and you can pretty much afford him fairly easily. Genji mid. He used to go back in the day, but kind of mid nowadays. Mikasa, kind of mid. Boros, kind of mid. Genji, like these units they're okay, but like, you know, maybe Vegu, not affordable. Sailor Moon, I don't really recommend. Also, it's a tradable unit now. Kaiba, you can't even afford it. Hit 6 stars okay. The boys, he's all right, I guess. They're okay, not the greatest thing in the world. He does have a new form node now, which is pretty good. But Amelia 6-star, really good. She's like Uryu with slightly less damage but adds freeze, and the freeze is pretty spicy. Boros, he's really good. Also, Erwin is good here too. I'm not gonna put Erwin on the list. But yeah, Erwin's definitely pretty good as well. He is kind of hard to afford though compared to Erwin, so make sure you guys, if you're not running with if you're running solo, maybe you want to use Erwin instead. Universal Justice, too expensive. This guy is okay, but I don't recommend him. Plus, you can't even get him anymore. This guy, you can't even get him anymore. They're okay. They're better than a lot of the units below them, but they're just not that great. Eruto has a nice freeze, but you can't really get him anymore. Hiratsugu, again, you can't get him anymore. Megumin, I'm hesitant with Megumin. You could technically maybe put her in C tier. Still do that. Maiden Servant is half decent. Definitely will get you through World 1. My guy, he's unaffordable. Well, he's okay actually, but he's not. I don't recommend him though. 6-star is pretty good here. The 5-star mid. Obito, a lot of people like Obito for story. His starting damage is pretty good, but the rest isn't as spicy. The Pharaoh, they nerfed him, so he's unaffordable now in story mode. Unaffordable. This guy, they kind of rebalanced him a little bit, but I don't really recommend him at all, especially compared to like Obito. Unaffordable. Roy Mustang, he's all right if you want a burn unit in your squad for leaderboards. Geto Suguru, unaffordable. Some people do use this guy. I don't know why, but some people do. Unaffordable. Actually, no, like it'll get you through World 1, but not World 2. He's all right. He's kind of like a budget version of some of the other units, like Goldie Roger, especially since you can't really get Goldie Roger anymore. He's actually half decent. Deku, he's okay, I guess. Aqua Goku, don't use in story mode. Alucard, he's mid for story mode. Killua, some people do use him for story mode and raids. I don't really get it though. Gon, they nerfed him pretty hard, but he's still good enough for C tier. Dragon Daughter, pass. Goldie Roger, definitely highly recommended. One of the best starting units in the game. Only slightly worse than Sukuna in my opinion. Prime Whitebeard, he's okay, but he doesn't have a status effect, which would make Goldie Roger so great. You could use this guy theoretically, but he's unobtainable now, so I'm not going to include him. Yuzo, he's all right. His max damage, though, is just too low. Plus, he's unobtainable now. Fiend siblings, technically, they're all right, but just, in my opinion, it's just a worse version of Goldie Roger. Like, I don't understand why you would ever use this person over the Fiend siblings over Goldie Roger. Dofling Mingo, he's all right, but kind of mid. Escanor, some people use him, but don't use these guys. Don't use these guys. You know what? Well, maybe he has high damage, which is kind of nice. He's actually pretty good. I'm gonna give him solid C tier, along with Asuna. Broly's mid. These are more infinite mode units. These guys are actually half decent. I don't really recommend wasting any gems on them, but they're half decent. You could technically use Zoro. You could technically use this Zoro. Metal Cooler though, guys. Oh my gosh. He basically solos all. You got to get this guy. He's freaking insane. Monkey King, he's mid. Raku is like a better version of Gon. Highly recommended, guys. He's actually one of the underrated units. Unaffordable. Diz, or what is it? Zeus, he's mid. Cell, not really affordable. Not really. He's all right. You could theoretically use this guy if you wanted to. I don't recommend it though. 02, definitely, guys. Oh my gosh. 02 is underrated. Honestly, like, technically speaking, 02 is better than Sukuna in some respects. So 02 is technically I think the best story mode unit in the game right now, and that's not even capped, guys. I'll literally show you the math right now. Let me go pull up the wiki. Astd wiki. I might make a video on that later if I'm bored, but yeah. So if we take a look at Taco Cheetah stats, look at this. Level 175, 100k plus 2 million damage. All right, and she costs $31,000. All right, and if we take a look at we'll take a look at 2 units. We'll take a look at Pirate King. We'll take a look at Goldie Roger. All right, so his $30,000 upgrade would be maybe here. 84,000 damage, guys. 84,000. 300k bleed. Literally better. Literally better. Literally better. Literally better. Not even capping. Literally better. Literally better. Freaking literally better. Oh my gosh. It's insane. And then if we take a look at the strongest curse. Max level. All the way up to here. Look at this, guys. 66,000. 111,000 plus better burn. Better freaking burn. Like, seriously, guys. 02 freaking cracked out of the mind. She's aight. Aight. Mid. All right, all these units are mid, though. Actually, you know what? There's an argument for this guy. I haven't quite tested him yet, but there's an argument for this guy. Maybe I'll make a video on it later. But there you go, guys. There is the tier list for story mode. C tier will definitely get you through World 1. You're gonna want to look for B and A tier and S tier though to get through World 2. Honestly, even some of F tier could probably get you through World 1. World 1 story is pretty easy though. I definitely recommend Uryu though as the king of World 1 story.